the name of the app that we are going to make. So this is actually will be your first app, gaming app. So I kept it simple, but of course it is little complicated, but I will keep it simple and I divide it into 3 sections. Name of this gaming app is BalloonPop. So BalloonPop is similarly like balloons will fall from a sky. Okay, balloons, there are many balloons which will be falling from a sky. You need to touch it. When you touch it, it will burst out. So with the sound, it will burst out and it will make sound and you will get point. You will get point for it. If it touches the ground, you will get negative point. So that is all idea. From a sky, the balloons are supposed to fall. Okay, and you need to touch the balloons. If you are able to touch the balloons, you will get positive marks. If the even the sound effects are there, if it touching the ground, you will get minus point. And as soon as you touch the balloon will disappear, right? So that the same balloon will start falling from a sky. So making this game is super easy, super fun, but at the same time, it requires time. So I have divided into 3 sections. The first section we will cover today, and I will share this video if possible. So it will be easy for you to keep track of. Okay, so let's start making the app that I said. For this, I'm going to share the screen and I will start the session as soon as possible. You all are now very expert in.
Click once again. I am a bit late, please.
Okay, so while Google Chrome is being launched, let me tell once more to the children. So dear children, today we are going to create a game. Okay, and the name of that game is BalloonPop. So in that BalloonPop games, uh, okay, in BalloonPop games, balloons are supposed to fall from a sky, and your job is to touch it. If you are able, if you can, as many balloons you touch, as many marks you will get it. And if the balloon is touching the ground, you will get negative marks. So this is all about today's app that is called BalloonPop. So I'm going to launch now MIT App Inventor. MIT App Inventor is online web editor. You you will not be able to download this MIT App Inventor website, but you have to work it all online. But of course, your mobile app, you will be able to download, that's for sure. Okay, so let's start. Let's start this. Okay, this was the game I think I was trying with, and it was working fine. That I will teach you later on. But today, let's start new project. Go to my project and go to start new project, and let's give name to this project as BalloonPop. So I will write,
Sir,
yes, BalloonPop. Okay, this is what the game name that I have kept. You can give any name that you wanted, but you remember what I want. I want that balloon should pop from the sky. They should start falling to the ground. And your job is to touch those balloons. If you are able to touch the balloons, you will get a score for it. If the balloon has touched the sky, you are going to give negative marks. As well as soon as you touch the balloon will disappear with a sound, burst sound, right? So that is what we wanted. So if you have any question yet, you can ask me. I will reply as soon as possible. So dear children, any questions that you wanted to ask? No, let's begin. So here we have interface. You are very much familiar with this interface of this MIT App Inventor, where in the left hand side you have palettes, you have components to pick, and in the middle one you have a viewer where you can see how your designs are going to look like. In the second one, you have components. So whatever components you drag from palette, those components will be visible for you. So you can select particular one and you can change its property later on as you wish. Okay. Okay. So I will send you, don't worry, those who wanted images and voices, I will send it, write me personally in WhatsApp, I will send it to you. So And in the properties section, all properties can be changed of the particular component that we pick. So okay, so let's begin our app. So in the first app, the orientation of a screen, I will keep portrait. Portrait means vertically, it will be the vertical screen portrait. So with a screen, I'm not going to change anything. Okay, but so to make the app, there is a special section given in MIT App Inventor called drawing and animation. So the drawing and animation, there are three different components. One is ball, canvas, and image sprite. You design gaming app with whatever gaming app, if you wanted to design, whatever app you use to design games, mostly these are the, what you call concept, this is used. For example, canvas, ball is the sprite which is in shape of ball, that can move in different direction, that can jump, that can fly. Okay, and canvas, so canvas is area within which your game will take place. For example, if you are playing cricket, you might be knowing your cricket field. Okay, so that is your canvas. If you are playing table tennis, you have a court. So the court is the area within which the player are playing the game. Likewise, canvas is the area in which your sprites, means your images, your balls, they will bounce, they will move, and your games will take place. So canvas is actually an area that is reserved for your games that will take place. That is fine. And then image sprite. So image sprite is, you can call it an image. You can use your own image and you can make it move in the game field as you wish. So the difference between image sprite and ball is, ball, you can change only its radius and color, but of course it will look like ball. You cannot further change lots of things. But in image sprite, you can put your own image. For example, today we will add balloon image. So later you can use a snake image to make snake ladder game or snake game, right? You can use frog, you can use a birds that will fly and will pick something. Your imagination are unlimited. You can use any image in the image sprite. So designing a game, the first part is dragging a canvas out, so we can save our entire we can reserve the area in which the games will take place. So I have dragged one canvas. So this time the canvas area is very small. We wanted to increase the canvas area. So we select the canvas in components, and then we are ready to change its property. You can use an image, background image, as a sky, so that balloons will pop up from the sky and it will start falling down. But for the time being, I'm not using background image. That's for your job if you wanted to do it. But surely I will change its height. I will say height, fill parent. So entire height of your screen it will take. Okay. And width I will say fill parent again. So entire width. So your entire screen is now ready to play, to develop games, to design your games. Entire screen, whatever your ball, if you choose a sprite you choose, it will move within
Sir,
that.
what is this line width? Excuse me, sir, what is line width?
Line width, do you see this square line all around this in your screen? This is the line width. If you change the line width, it will change. Okay,
Okay, sir.
the line of your area, line of your area, canvas. Okay, this is what. And you can change paint color, but I'm not changing it because this canvas area, I wanted to leave it blank, so people won't be able to see actually this is canvas. But in fact, whatever ball or a sprite you choose, so it will play very nicely in the background. So dear, background image you have to download and then you have to upload here. It is not inbuilt, but you can do so. I will share, by the way, I will share with you the background image. Currently I don't have. I will download it and I will share with you. Yesterday class 6 student, he has made one class 6 child, one of the students, very nicely they made the app. That's why I say only I will show you the path, and you will have now wings to start flying, and you will be able to create better app than me. Okay, but that I feel so, and that it will also give me happiness if you give, if you devote some time on it. You have vacation, during vacation you will create n number of apps, I know. And if you will have any difficulty at that time, you let me know, I will help you out. And during the vacation I will try to post few more tutorials so you can keep working on it. Okay, so our canvas is ready, and now it's time to give some image sprite. So I'm dragging image sprite. You can drag as many, you can drag 3, you can drag 4. For time being, 3 image sprites I have dragged on the screen. So I will be using 3 balloons which will pop up from the sky, and we will touch them, it will disappear, and if it touches the ground, something else that will happen that you wanted. So now we have 3 images sprite, and we are going to change its property. So the first property of image sprite that I will change is its heading. Heading means in which direction you want that a sprite should move. If you write 0, it will move to right side. If you write 180, it will to left side. Just like coordinate geometry. You know, in coordinate geometry, you have a study the angle, 0 degree angle, 90, 180, 270, and 360. I hope you got it right. So if you write 270,
Then it will go up or down.
sorry, 90, yeah, if you write 90, it will go above. If you write 180, it will go to left. 270, it will go downward. So the MIT App Inventor, they have designed like that. You give angle, and in that direction it will head it will head to move, you know. So for time being, as we know, this is balloon that will pop up and it will fall downward. So downward, the
The
coordinate
90. Sir, we should take 90.
here, it is downward. So downward is supposed to be
It
2.
should be 270.
Yeah,
Downward is 270. 270.
as it should fall downward. So 270, yeah. Hmm. So someone is asking what is Mindstorm in palette. I will show you. This is Mindstorm in palette. If you wanted to make your own Mindstorm, Lego Mindstorm robot, you can make an app to control your Mindstorm also. You can create an app to control your Mindstorm, Lego Mindstorm. So don't worry, Lego can also be controlled with this. So as you can see, your Lego, you can connect with Bluetooth, with Wi-Fi, many such options. Those apps are there that you can make with that. Okay, so go ahead. The first thing we change the heading, and then height. Height I will keep with so many experiment that best fit is it's 80 pixel. 80 pixel is even not small, even not big. That's good one. Width also I'll keep 80 pixels. Okay, and that is the fine one. I've done little experiments and it was done. Okay, so then I will write picture. Which picture we want? Of course, we want balloon picture. So I have already downloaded this balloon picture in my computer, and now I'm going to upload this file to MIT App Inventor, and then I will choose that balloon app. So let me see if it is there on the screen. Yes, here it is. Here is my balloon. Okay, and it's okay. Let me see. Okay, done. So it is uploaded. Yeah, hope in the screen the balloon has appeared. So this is going to be the balloon which will fall from a sky. Let me tell you one more trick. If you keep the background white, balloon will look nice. If you keep white background of different color, you know, the area that is selected like this, it will be there. So I think white background will work better in this case. And so this is done, and image sprite we are working on. And the speed, at what speed you wanted your balloon should fall. In this case, in mobile gaming app, in something, speed is how many pixels per second you want it should travel, it should move. So for time being, let it be 25. So in 1 second it will travel 25 pixels. If you want it to change further, you are free to do so. You can add 50 pixels. At that time it will move faster. Okay, so speed is pixels per second. How many pixels in a second you want that your balloon, your image or sprite should travel in the screen. Okay, and then X is the position where you wanted your balloon should be at when it will start falling. So I will say the 10, at X at the 10. So you can see if I change X, let it be 100, you can see balloon on the screen, it changes its position, right? So let it be at the 10. Okay, so we do have 3 balloons and at different locations I will place them. And I'm not making any change with the Y and Z, only with X. And don't forget to check this enable, because we will enable it and we will disable it through coding. So I'm checking it out here. And rotate, I don't want it to rotate. And finally, this balloon will not be visible initially, I will make it visible through coding. So let me check it, and the balloon is invisible now. Okay, that is fine. Let's do the same setting with the sprite number 2. For example, it's heading, it should also fall downward, so 270. Its height should be similar to other, so it's 80 pixels. Its width should also be 80 pixels. Okay, and then its picture, we will use the same balloon picture, and the speed to 25 pixels per second. X position, this time I will keep it 100, and you can see it's taking position, and I will check it. Visibility, I'll make it invisible. I will say not to rotate, and I will disable for time being, because I will enable it through coding. Okay, I will enable it through coding, so don't worry for time being.
Sir, what is Z?
What is?
Sir, Z.
Okay.
Sir, X axis, Y and Z.
Okay, so dear, these are coordinates, the location, these, we are designing 2D games currently, so forget about Z axis, only X and Y axis. So you might be knowing, in a space, your X and Y coordinate can give you location and the point where your object can be located. So suppose your timing, for example, think for the third sprite, location is here. So if I change the sprite, you can see in the XY value, they are changing. Did you see? So in the 2D space, X and Y, they are the coordinates, the coordinate of your point, location of the object. Did you imagine? If you have a studied coordinate, this would be very simple to you. If you have a coordinate, X and Y, you can locate exactly where the object is. Got it? So this is X and Y coordinate. So for this time, X I will place in 190, or let it be 200, not an issue. So if I do 200, you see where the object went. On X-axis, this is horizontal. Y-axis, this is vertical. So horizontal and vertical, you can locate your object anywhere within this coordinate. Okay, that's fine. And for again heading, I wanted to keep it 270, so that it should fall downward. Height, I wanted to keep 80 pixels as the second one, and width as well, I wanted to keep it 80 pixels. Its image, I wanted to keep a balloon. Okay, and of course balloon has appeared. A speed, I will say you move with 25 pixels per second. And its visibility, I will recheck, I will check visibility, so it will not be visible for time being. We will make it visible through the coding. So that's boom, it is done. Your app is 50% is done, but you can see in your screen, of course nothing is visible, but we will make it visible through coding. Okay, we will make it visible through coding. Someone is asking me again, what is this Lego Mindstorm in the palette section? Dear, Lego Mindstorm, if you click, you see there are all these blocks that will be helpful for you. If you wanted to control Lego Mindstorm robot, Lego Mindstorm, as I have shown you, this is the Lego Mindstorm. Okay, so if you wanted to control the Lego Mindstorm robot, and if you wanted to make app for it, these are the blocks that you can make use of. Because this MIT App Inventor was made in association with Lego. As I said before, Lego is the worldwide company, and it is one of the best kit available across the world, and that's why we had ordered for our school as well, because DPS Ranchi is known for the best only. So don't worry about, we have now designed our app, and now we are moving to the block section. And here we will set the behavior of our app behave. Okay, that's fantastic. And now what I'm going to do is, dear children, the first job is, let's rediscuss what actually we want. We want that the balloon, out of 3 balloon, the first should appear, then the second one, then third one. So instead of appearing them one by one, let them appear randomly and let them fall randomly, right? Randomly they will fall. So it is computer who will choose, so who will choose to fall randomly. So what I will do, in order to make it fall randomly, we have to take one variable, and computer will generate a random number. And if they will generate random number 1, then they will but they will appear, they will make it appear first balloon. If they will generate random number 2, then the second balloon will pop up. If they will generate random number 3, then third balloon will pop up and will start falling from the sky. So this is what the idea is. So let's begin. Let's go to variable section, and I'm going to create a global variable. So coding is important, because if you have understood the language, any one language, the remaining all programming language will be easy for you. So in mostly all programming language, the variable are useful. So variables are nothing but they are the memory who holds some value, right? So numbers, as you can say also. I have created a variable, global variable, so you can use this variable anywhere within the program. This is called global. And let's write the name of this global variable, random number, because this variable will store the random number that will be generated by computer. And for initially, I'm giving the value 0 to this random number. Sorry, 1 I will keep, don't worry, 1. I will say that I have created a variable and I have given a number 0. This is called variable initialization. So I have initialized this variable with a number 1. Okay, that's fine. And now in the designer section, I forgot to tell you one thing, that entire things will happen on clock, based on clock timing, right? So after every 500 millisecond, one balloon will pop up and will start falling down. After every 5 seconds, a balloon will pop up and will start falling. So who will take care of this timing? That will be done based on, we will go to sensor and we will drag and drop a clock here. So the clock will take care of the timing work. Okay. So what is Mia Bhai? So you have written something. Let me just quickly.
Ma'am, sir, sorry, it's a
Sir,
fake.
he also came in computer class and disturbed the
Sorry,
class.
don't worry. I will just take care about. Don't worry about. I will take care of it. Just give me 1 second.
Sir, he has left the meeting.
So what I want.
Sir, clock we have to drag where? Sir, clock we have to drag where?
Just give me 1 second. I'll do it. Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, what you are saying, dear?
Sir, where will be the clock placed?
Clock you can place in the screen. I have, as you can see, I have dropped this clock in the screen, but clock is non-visible component. It will not be visible in the screen, but below you can see it has appeared. Internally it will be working. Internally it will work, but it is not. It will not be visible on the screen, but internally it will work.
Yes,
right?
Sir.
Fine. So let's go back to our block section, and this is random number, and we have created that. Okay. So dear children, I will make your attendance from the screenshot only that I will take. Don't worry about the attendance. And now this is the time to go to the clock and drag one timer. When clock 1.timer. So every time when timer will tick 500 millisecond, something should happen. So what should happen? That any one of the balloons should appear and start falling down. So which balloon should appear, that computer will decide. Computer will generate a random number and then he will make that appear. So how it can be done? First, what we'll do, we will go to variable and we will say set global variable or global random number to we will generate any random number on it based on random number. So to generate random number, we go to math and then bring a random integer from 1 to 3. So what will happen, after every 500 millisecond, okay, so dear, you will get this clock in palette section, palette, and the sensor section, you will get this clock. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to set global number to a random number. So after every 500 millisecond, computer will generate a random number and it will store that value in global random number variable. I hope you got it, as simple as it is. Okay, and then now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give him a condition. Control, we'll go to control and we will drag if. I will go to and I will tell them that if you have generated 1 as random number, okay, if you have generated 1 as random number, then what to do? If you have generated 2 as random number, then what to do? This is what we will tell the computer to do, right? And so only 1, I think it's enough.
Where did you get this block?
So this block you will get it in this block you will get in control section, right? So in the control section, I got this if, then, else, then okay, one more changes we have to make here. Else, okay, so we have to make else also.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes,
Where
dear,
is
tell me.
that? So that random number one.
So this you will get in math block. This you will get in math block. Okay. And now here we wanted to give condition. How to give condition is very simple. Like giving condition, we will go to the logic, and here they will compare this. In the logic, this is called comparator operator. So they are going to compare two values, and I will say that if the global random number is equal to 1, then what to do? So again, we will go to variable and we will say get random number. If get random number is equal to 1, so we'll go to math and we will put here this number 1. If I'll say if the number that you have generated, if it is equal to 1, then what to do? And if it is equal to 2, then what to do? So I will duplicate it and I will paste it here, and this time I will take 2. That if you have generated random number as 2, then what to do? So if they have generated 1, they will show the balloon number 1. If they have generated 2, they will show the balloon number 2. And if they are neither generated 1 nor generated 2, then surely they will show up the third balloon. That's ultimate and that's final. Okay. And then this is what is the condition, and now we are putting the action inside this condition. We will say that if you have generated 1, then you pop up the first balloon. So how to do this? We will go to image of sprite 1, and I will say that you show the image of sprite 1. We will say image of sprite 1. We'll say image of sprite 1 dot enable. So first we will enable it. Enable to true. Okay, so it will get enabled. It will get enabled. And the second, what we have to do, we have to make it visible also, because you remember we had made it invisible, right? We have to make it visible also. So we are doing two things. We are enabling it and we are making it visible. So as soon as it will generate 1 as a random number, it will show in the sky and it will start following it. So let me quickly do it because we do have very less time left. The similar we will do with the second one. So in this case, the second sprite, it should be visible and should be shown. So if neither they have generated 1 nor 2, in that case, we will show the third image of sprite we will show. Okay. So let me quickly write for the third one. Okay, that's fine. You see, that is fine.
Sir,
So
once can you tell that at the top initialize global random
this is,
number to one? What does that mean?
yeah, this is means, you see what I said computer that you randomly you generate
One number.
out of three number 1 2 3, you randomly generate any number after every 500 second, right? So he will generate it, but somewhere we have to save that number. To save that number we have to create a variable. So we have created a variable with the name random number, and this is global variable because we can use this random number anywhere in the uh, program. Okay, so that is why we have to initialize this global variable, and we have initialized with a number 1, but it can store any value. And here we are saying that store the value that you will generate randomly. Okay, and we are using it at the two places, you can see. So this is done. What will happen so far? So far, if you see your app, it will randomly, the balloons will pop up from a sky and it will start falling down. And but now I wanted it, uh,
Sir, we can execute it once. Sir, we can execute this coding once. This program
I
once.
can execute it. Let me show you at this end, at so far, how your program is going to look like. So I'm going to start my AI companion app, and I'm going to connect it to my companion, and I'll be showing you how actually it looks like. Okay, so let me just do it. It will take less than, I think, 10 seconds, and I will try showing you how actually it looks like. Okay, don't worry about it. Hmm. So yeah, it's connected, and here you can see my balloons are popping up from the sky and it is falling down if the screen is visible, and all the balloons are settings is being set in the background. In the bottom, all the balloons are set because we have not told, we have not done any further program. So all three balloons has popped up from the screen, and it is being set in the bottom. But let me change again the program, and this will be easy for. So next I wanted that balloons, they are falling down. If I touch the balloon, it should disappear and it should start falling again. This is what I want. So I will go to the image sprite one, and I will say that even image sprite one dot touched. So whenever this is touched, then what should happen? First of all, this image of sprite should go back to its initial position, and it should disappear, right? So how we can make it disappear? We will write set image of sprite, this one, and we will make it uh, enable to false. So we will disable it. Okay, so we'll go to logic and we will tell it false, and then we'll make duplicate, and I'll place it, and I will say that you become invisible. So visibility we will make false, right? And what should happen next? It should go back to its own original place, its initial position. So I will take that image as sprite one, and I will go bottom, and we'll say image as sprite one dot y. Oh, sorry, not this one. Image as sprite one, set y2. Okay, set y2. We will give it will give a number. So we will go here, and image of sprite, it was started from 10. So I will send back to this place. Okay, and quickly I'm doing the similar with all remaining three, because we have three balloons. So I'll be doing with for this all three, and in this case I'll write for images sprite 2, and I will disable this, and the location I will send to 100, and image sprite 3, and this one I will do for this one at 200. And you can see now, if I touch the balloon, let me show you. If I touch the balloon that is at the bottom, it's going to its initial position. I think it should happen when image sprite 2 is
No,
touched.
sir, because you have set in all the image sprite 1 and 2 in set image sprite 3.
Okay, yeah, here it should be 3, and here should be 2. Yes, of course. So here should be 2, and here should be 1. Yes, that's good. And now it should work well. I think so. Yeah, it's working well. So as you can see, if I touch this sprite that is falling in the ground, if I touch them, it's going back.
It isn't
No,
going.
sir, it's not going up.
Yeah, it's going up. Let me show you. I have tested. You can see it's going up and it start falling from the from the ground. Okay, so you can see if I touch this, it's going up again and it's falling down.
Yes, sir, it is happening.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. So if I'm touching this balloon, it's again starting falling from the sky. Okay, so you can
Sir,
give
can you
the
please?
you can use the sound effect also with this. Don't worry about. So dear children, what you do is you take the screenshot of this coding. You take the screenshot of this coding, and this will be easy for you if when you will design your own uh, you know uh, app. So let me place it nicely so you will be able to take a screenshot. Take this a screenshot. So someone is saying where I got this global. This is a variable. So you get in variable section. In the palette, you go to block, built-in block, and then variable, and you initialize with global random number. Okay, that you will be able to get it. So far in the first part of the game, what we did, we have so far we're able to pop up the balloon and to fall. We are touching it, then it is started, it's getting invisible and started falling again. In the next section of this app, what we will do, we will interface sound as well as a scoring section. We'll score it, and if it will touch the ground, minus a scoring. So scoring part and the remaining part we will cover in the next class. Okay, I have already made your attendance, and this is done. If you have any query, you can ask me. Otherwise, we have taken extra 5 minutes. So I think that is not good. You have to take attendance. You have to take another classes also. Okay, children, don't worry. You have been a
So,
fantastic audience. If you have any doubt, let me know. Yes.
so where is that set global number to?
You can get in the variable section because this is a variable, right? Go to variable section and you can see set to. This is where available. Go to variable and this is
Okay.
available. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay.
Sir,
Excuse
no
me,
Anyone?
sir.
doubt.
Yes, ask me.
Sir, this will work in Linux.
No, this is not going to work in Linux. This is not going to work in Mac. This is only for Windows. As I mean, this your MIT app Inventor 2. This is web based, so you can design that. But your app finally, when you will install your mobile, it may work. Okay, when you download it, it may work. But for designing purpose, you can use it because this is web based. So I think mostly in all of the system, this is going to work. Okay, you download your app and install it in your phone. This will work. Okay, so are you using Linux system?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so dear all of you, the time is running too fast and we are supposed to end the meeting. I'll see you later in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.